Welcome back to the series where we ruthlessly judge the very building blocks of our civilization. Today, we're tackling a big one, something organic, durable, and, well, deeply iconic. We're ranking leather.
Just think about it for a second. A material so tough it armored Roman soldiers, yet so flexible it became the uniform for rebels and rock stars. And it's so durable, a good jacket can be passed down through generations. For something like 7,000 years, we've used this stuff for everything: clothing, protection, luxury. It's not an exaggeration to call it humanity's second skin. But, and this is a big but, here's the central tension. On one hand, you've got this powerful, almost unbeatable legacy. On the other, leather comes with some serious baggage. We're talking ethical questions, environmental impact, all of it. So which is it? Is leather a timeless, A-tier champion? Or is it a relic we should probably move on from? That's what we're here to figure out.
Okay, so first things first. Before we get into the weeds, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. What is leather? Really? What are we actually talking about?
At its most basic level, leather is just animal hide, mostly from cows, sheep, and goats, that's been processed. The real secret sauce is a process called tanning. It's basically a chemical treatment that links up all the collagen fibers in the skin. And that's what stops the hide from, rotting and turns it into the super strong, flexible material we all know.
And don't think for a second this is just some old-school material. No way. This is a modern economic powerhouse. The global market is projected to be worth around $450 billion pretty soon. That's a colossal industry, and it's all driven by things like luxury fashion, car interiors, and high-end furniture.
All right, let's start with the good stuff. Let's build the case for leather. Why has it been so dominant for so long? Well, the answer really boils down to two things: its incredible history and its almost perfect material properties.
And I mean, look at this timeline. Leather isn't just old, it's foundational to our entire civilization. We're talking prehistoric humans using it for clothing and shelter. Fast forward to the Roman Empire, and it's their standard issue military gear. In the Middle Ages, entire economies and powerful guilds were built around it. And then, bam, the 1850s hit, and chrome tanning completely changes the game, making leather an industrial-scale product.
And this right here, this is why it was so essential. Just look at these specs. You get this crazy high tensile strength, but it's still super flexible. It breathes, which is something a lot of synthetics just can't do. It's tough as nails, and if you take care of it, it can last centuries, developing that beautiful, unique patina that everyone loves. On top of all that, for anyone who actually makes things, it's a dream to work with.
So, to sum it all up, leather offers this incredible combination of strength, beauty, and utility. It's a package that very few materials have ever been able to match.
But, as we hinted, all that amazing performance doesn't come for free, and the cost I'm talking about isn't just what's on the price tag.
Okay, so now we have to flip the coin and build the case against leather. Because for all of its incredible strengths, this material carries some pretty significant burdens, both ethically and environmentally. So what are the big issues? Well, you have to start with the obvious one: animal welfare. You can't make leather without animal slaughter. Then there's the environmental impact. Tanning uses a ton of water and can release some really toxic chemicals into local ecosystems. And beyond that, it's a natural product, so it's got flaws and inconsistencies. And trying to trace a truly ethical supply chain? Good luck. It can be next to impossible.
This chart here really puts it all in stark contrast. When you talk about that unique feel, the way it ages, leather is still completely unmatched. But when you look at cost, or consistency, or the overall ethical impact, well, modern synthetics have a pretty clear advantage. It really forces a trade-off between that timeless quality and more modern, practical concerns.
So we've seen the good, we've seen the bad, the incredible history, and the serious controversy. It is time. Let's put leather through our merciless 6-point ranking system and see where it lands.
All right, let's break it down. Historical impact, that's a massive 9 out of 10. I mean, it literally clothed and protected humanity. Mechanical properties get a strong 8.5. We're only docking points because it doesn't love water. Workability is a near-perfect 9. It's just a dream for craftspeople. Scalability and cost, that gets a 7. It's limited by the number of animals, and it's definitely a premium product. Versatility is another huge 9. It's everywhere from fashion to cars to furniture. And finally, lasting relevance. We're giving it a solid 8. That timeless appeal is undeniable, but the ethical competition is getting stronger every day.
So after we crunch all the numbers, leather lands with an average score that puts it firmly in the high A tier. Look, it's an elite classic performer. Its physical properties and cultural significance are just undeniable. But those heavy ethical and environmental concerns of our modern era, they are absolutely what is preventing it from reaching that perfect top-of-the-line S tier.
So that begs the question, right? Why does it still have this elite status? In a world that's actively looking for alternatives, what is its lasting legacy?
You know, I think this quote really says it all. Leather's role in our history wasn't just decorative. It was fundamental to our survival and development. It was our armor, it was our shelter, our first durable clothing. That kind of legacy runs deep, and it's incredibly powerful.
And so that leaves us with this one big final question. People still value leather for its unmatched feel, its durability, and the beautiful way it ages. But as all these lab-grown and plant-based alternatives get better and cheaper, is that powerful legacy going to be enough to keep it on top? Or are we watching a once essential material slowly become a niche luxury relic of the past? I guess only time is going to tell.